Coming up on this portion of the journey, I finish out my time in Washington by visiting Mount Rainier National Park, North Cascades National Park, and also get to spend a day in northern Idaho. And as always, lots of hiking and free dispersed camping. Enjoy. All right, I'm back. It's about 4 o'clock on Saturday, July 10th, and I had a great time in Seattle seeing some friends, and now I'm just out here looking for a camp spot. I've had to turn east for the first time since I can remember in several months. I've actually kind of made the curve and turned east again, and behind me you can see Mount Rainier. I got some groceries on the way out of town. I got to put all that away. I'm kind of debating on this spot. It was recommended at Overlander, but it's right on the road, and I've seen already 3 or 4 cars come by, and it's going to be super dusty. It's a Saturday, so I'm thinking that'll probably die down, but I'm probably going to have a snack and put my groceries away here and recognize that this spot's available, see if I can find anything better, and then double back to this one if I can't find anything. We'll see. Alright, so this is me for the night. I drove about 10 or 15 minutes away from that first spot that I found on Overlander, and this one doesn't have the same views, but it's much more secluded. That road is coming from the quote-unquote main forest road, so I don't think I'll see another person all night, which is great. So it just makes me nervous when I'm on the turnouts that the main traffic is going around, like if someone's not paying attention as they're going around that curve and boom, they run right into me. So I really don't like staying on those little small pullouts. So anyway, this one's much more quiet and peaceful. Don't have any views, but tomorrow at Mount Rainier National Park I should get plenty of that. So anyway, gonna make some dinner and crawl up in the tent for the night. Sunday, July 11th, a little bit after 7 in the morning. Had a wonderful sleep last night. Sure enough, nobody else came by that area I was camped at, so it was very peaceful. And today I'm heading into Mount Rainier National Park. So I think I've got about a half hour to 45 minutes drive from here to get to the nearest visitor center, where I may have to get some bug spray because the bugs were out last night for sure, so I couldn't really spend any time outside. So they have a gift shop. It's probably time to break down and buy some bug spray because I haven't had to buy any the whole trip. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Good, thank you.
I've got the Parks Pass.
Lovely. May I see the back of the pass in the front of your
Back of the pass, front of the ID.
Perfect. You were all set.
Do you have a brochure and the map or anything in there?
Definitely. You want like the newsletter?
Yes, please.
Sure. And are you going up to Sunrise? I can give you a sunrise map.
That'll be great.
There you go.
Awesome. Have a good one.
You as well.
Thanks. So. All right, so it's about 9:30 and I'm into the park, and I went all the way down to the southernmost visitor center. I plan to do the Skyline loop trail, which is supposed to be the most striking and breathtaking loop, but it's also pretty long. It's like 5 miles. Should take me about 4 hours, it says. So I'm kind of doing things different. I'm gonna do the big hike in the morning, and then try to just hit some viewpoints with the car this afternoon. So anyway, gonna freshen up at the visitor center and then head on my way.
Is that a photo shoot?
So it's getting on about noon, and I'm heading down now back to the visitor center. It was an awesome hike. Really strenuous at the first couple of miles because it's basically just almost straight uphill. But after that, the crowd thinned out and the views were spectacular. So awesome workout, and now I'm heading back to grab something to eat. All right, so just grabbed some lunch, and I want to take a look at the map on video so I can give some context to everything. So I stayed somewhere northeast of the park last night, and this morning I drove through and came all the way down here to the Paradise Visitor Center, and the hike that I did was right up in this area. And now I'm basically just gonna hit some panoramic or some picturesque spots and maybe do a short hike or two, and then work my way back up and camp in the same area tonight. Right, it's about 3 o'clock, and I'm just now leaving the visitor center. What a perfect day. Great hike and great scenery afterwards. And man, I lived in Seattle for a while, but never made it out here, and I'm glad I righted that wrong. It's a special place. So anyway, now I'm gonna head back, and I'm gonna camp potentially in the same area I was last night. The same spot even, but certainly in the same area, just so I kind of know what it's like, and then tomorrow will be a travel day. All right, so it's about 5 o'clock, and I got the spot that I wanted, which is great. I can't believe I passed it yesterday. I remember seeing it, but thinking this was an actual spur and a long road, when it turns out it's just this little turnout right here. And it's off the main road just enough to give you some privacy and not have to worry about somebody that's not paying attention barreling into you if you park on the side of the road. So anyway, I got the shower bag heating up. I need to shave and shower, and then gonna get in some solid R&R after I think I got about 8 miles in of hiking today. It's 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday, July 12th, and had a nice sleep last night. Heading now, today's basically a travel day. I'm heading as close in as I can get to Cascades National Park, which is up near the Canadian border. First though, I'm going to go try to find a good coffee shop and spend a few hours doing some work on the computer. Alright, it's about 10:30 and I'm just now leaving Enumclaw, Washington, which is a really cool little town. I like it here a lot and would love to come back here at some point. And the coffee shop was called The Local. It's like a general store and coffee shop. A really cool place, really friendly people. And so yeah, I hope to visit this town again. Anyway, I've got probably a couple hours, 2-3 hours to get up towards Glacier National Park, or I'm sorry, North Cascades National Park. I'm gonna try to take state roads the whole way. It would be faster to get back on the interstate near Seattle, but I'm gonna try to just stay off that route and do the slow travel way to get up there. All right, so it's about 4 p.m. and after about a half hour to an hour of exploring on these forest roads, this is what I've come up with. It's pretty good. Next to the creek, you can hear it hopefully in the background, and I tried to walk down there, but couldn't quite get access right to the waterfront. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. It should be nice and quiet. The reviews say that this road is, you know, traversed but not super crowded at all. So I saw a couple of people on the way in, but don't expect anyone to make it all the way down to where I am tonight. So anyway, that was it for me after a long day of driving. Now just gonna pop the tent and do some relaxing and rest my road weary eyes for a little while. All right, it's 6 a.m. on Tuesday, July 13th, and I got an early start on it because there's a hike in North Cascades National Park around Diablo Lake, where it's about 3 or 4 miles in and out both ways. But if you get there by 9 a.m. to the terminus for the trail, then there's a ferry that'll take you back across the lake. So I'm trying to get those 3 or 4 miles in so I can be there by 9 and take the ferry back. If not, I gotta do the hike both ways. So that's why I'm up early this morning, and then I'll spend the rest of the day in the park. All right, so good news, bad news. The good news is I've got beautiful views of Diablo Lake behind me. The bad news is that the access road to get to the trailhead that was recommended on the National Parks app is closed to authorized personnel only. So I'm not sure, maybe they just haven't updated the app or something. So I tried to sneak in, but there's all kinds of people working there already. So it feels like it's just not gonna work. So anyway, I'm no longer racing against time. That's the good news. So I pulled over, I've got this rest stop all to myself, beautiful views, and making coffee, and I've got a new hike that I'm gonna try. It's just a few miles up the road. So I'm gonna grab some coffee and then head over there. So I made it to the end of the East Bank Trail. It was about 3 miles out, 3 miles back in. Pretty nice trail, nothing really extraordinary about it. I only saw one other hiker on the way, so it was nice and serene. And this is Ross Lake behind me, which is absolutely stunning. This was certainly the highlight of the trail. So I'm the only one here, and I'm just kind of enjoying watching the scenery and listening to the sound of fish jumping and waterfalls in the background and birds chirping. So really enjoying this, but pretty soon I'll head back and hike back to the trailhead. Right, it's just afternoon. Got some lunch and actually cleaned out the exterior, which was good. And now I'm on the Thunder Knob Trail, which is a couple miles each way out and back. It's supposed to have really good views of the Diablo Lake, or Lake Diablo, I can't remember how to say it. So anyway, I'm off. Right, it's a little bit after 2 o'clock. Just finished Thunder Knob Trail, which was great. The views were awesome. And now I'm basically heading back through the park. When I came in this morning, I went all the way from the west side all the way over to the easternmost side of the park to do those hikes. And now I'm working my way back, and I got to hit up the visitor center for a map because I'm collecting those, and to try to fill up my my drinking water bottles on the way back. And I'm gonna go try to camp, maybe even in the same spot, but at least the same area, because directly east of this park, it's kind of, as they call it, like a boondocking desert. There wasn't much available, so probably gonna head back to, if not the same spot, the same area anyway. So it's Wednesday, July 14th, and I'm out of the forest and I'm heading back through the park. Today though, I'm just trying to get all the way to Idaho. So I think I got several hours of drive time ahead of me. I'm going to be stopping in a couple of scenic points along the way, but mostly the goal today is just to get out of Washington and get into Idaho. It's getting on 10 a.m. and I'm at Washington Pass, which is on Route 20 heading east out of North Cascades National Park. And this area is absolutely stunning. But unfortunately, I just got some bad news. I had seen signs that Route 20 was closed at mile 170, which I'm about 8 miles away from. And I figured, okay, there's going to be a detour. But finally, the sign here said Route 20 closed, no detour. So I've got a long day of driving ahead of me, so I'm gonna jump back in the truck and start making tracks back to where I came from and try to circle around and figure out a different route. So bit of a kick in the pants, but like I was talking to some people in the parking lot here, there's people with worse problems than that. So I'll deal with it, and if I don't make it all the way to Idaho, then that's the way it's going to shake out. So we'll see.
Better route available. Welcome to Idaho.
It's about 7 p.m. and I made it into Idaho finally. I decided to go for it. So That was a long day. I was in the car basically driving from 7:30 a.m. till just now, about 6 p.m. And so I'm gassed. I'm at Cabela. It's literally just 2 minutes past the Idaho state line. I'm gonna stay here tonight and figure out some stuff to do in Idaho tomorrow. So anyway, that's it for me tonight. All right, it's about 11 a.m. on Thursday, July 15th, and I'm in Coeur, Idaho, which is just across the border from Washington. And I took advantage of some internet signal this morning and caught up on some of my trashy TV shows. And now I gotta go do some laundry. Kinda gotta take care of some errands today because tomorrow a very special visitor, Marissa, is coming to meet up with me in Montana, and we have some plans to go work our way south from Montana all the way to Salt Lake City. So looking forward to that. But today anyway, just running some errands in the morning, and then trying to go find a spot to camp tonight. All right, just got done at the laundromat, folding up and putting away all my clothes, and then gotta head to Walmart and pick up a couple more of those propane canisters for the stove. I tried to pick some up at Cabela's, but they were all sold out. They're kind of hard to get these days. So luckily I found a couple at Walmart, put them on hold, and then I'm off to find a camping spot. Awesome, yeah. Awesome, great. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Yep, take care. Got the goods. So it's about 6 p.m. and I got a good campsite a couple of miles away from where I was to take a shower and cook this delicious meal. So anyway, that brings the time that I have in Idaho to a close. Unfortunately, I only have a day here, and hopefully down the road I'll be able to travel a little bit more in the state and explore. But for now, quick dinner, bedtime, and then I got to get on it early in the morning to go get Marissa and meet up in Montana, which I'm very much looking forward to. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you all are well. Take care.